Hello guys, this is Wiseman. Now I will talk about intelligence. Okay, intelligence is very important. Normally there is intelligence and there is wise guys. I don't know the term in English for not intelligence, but what wise guys do. So it's like there is intelligent person and there is well, in Portuguese we have a word, but in English I don't recall the word. So it's like a wise guy. So a wise guy is a wise guy, but not a wise man. So a wise guy is like a smart guy, a smarty pants. So it's like it's a fast person in actions he do stuff very fast and in a smart way, but it doesn't mean that he's actually intelligent in a way of what I'm trying to say. So intelligence we are all, but using our intelligence, that's another subject. So what I mean is that sometimes we don't use, well, sometimes for sure we don't use all our intelligence. We don't have access to all our brain in a conscient way. Okay, I can talk about conscience and inconscience in the next one, but in this one I will just focus on intelligence. So consciently we don't have access to all the information, we don't use all our intelligence. Okay, so and mainly we we use a very small amount of our brain capacity. So that's why we are not levitating, telekinesis and stuff. That's why we are not wiser than we should be. That's why we are still at war with ourselves and with others. That's why there are still people dying of conflicts, because we're not intelligent enough. Okay? If we were actually intelligent, we will not be fighting ourselves, we will be fighting the problems, the adversities. We will be a big family and not an egocentric family that just thinks on ourselves, that just want more and more and more, like a child. But the difference is that the child don't kill the other child for the toy. The child cries. The adults fight, kill, steal, corrupt, lie, etc., etc. So they do so much evil that I cannot even describe, and I won't describe, because you all know the reality that we live in these days. Humanity just kill each other, just steal, lie, and use the other for its own purpose and not for the great purpose. The greater purpose should be the best way, should be a good way, should be an intelligent way. So if we were intelligent, we will not be at war, we will not use guns, we would not need guns, we would have everything, we wouldn't even have to work to have the minimum life survival matter. So the waste of food that exists on the planet is so big that we could feed every single mouth and still would well, it should still be more for the day after. So the everyday production of food is more than enough for every mouth on this planet. And what is happening with that food? Most of it is going to the trash. We are throwing away resources that we don't use, and that we will miss it on the future. And at the same time we are leaving people dying of starvation, of not having a glass of water, not having food, not having a ceiling, not having a bed to sleep, not having the minimal conditions of human life or life itself. It doesn't matter what kind of life. At the same process we are not being intelligent, so we are actually doing overproduction of food. We are accelerating the animals that we use to how do you say, to create this food. So I actually, but even the vegetables I eat, they are being created with pesticides, with chemics, chemics that are cancerous, that they can cause cancer. So I know if I have cancer is because I have eaten vegetables, because I have eaten meat in the past, because I still eat sugar. So all these poisons that I put to my body, I will pay the consequences. I am aware of that. People are not aware of that, or they don't want to see the reality. But everything you do to your body, you are choosing to do. So when you make to put poison in your body, don't complain that you will have cancer. And like persons say, being alive can give you cancer. Well, being alive and choose wrong give you cancer. Being alive, if the planet is healthy, if you eat healthy, if you eat enough and in an equilibrated way, if you don't eat, if you don't oversweet yourself, if you don't oversalt, if you don't have a stressed life, well, then the cancer probabilities will drop like for almost zero. I'm sure of it. Also, there is technology. Technology can also give you cancer. Certain types of technology, not all, but basically everything that can change your body, everything that can mess with your body, your cells, can give you cancer. Cancer is a disturbance on your cells that they will behave normally. Sometimes normal stuff is good, sometimes it's bad and become a disease. This is cancer, in a simple, very simple way of putting stuff. So an infection can cause cancer, being stressed can cause cancer, eating the wrong stuff can cause cancer, smoking can cause cancer. So a lot of choices we make in life can cause cancer. But basically, if we are intelligent enough, we can avoid several of them. I am avoiding meat, fish, so these parts of the food chain I won't eat it, animals in all general. So I will not get cancer from that, or at least from the things that I'm eating now. I can get it from the things I have eaten in the past, but that's in the past, so I cannot do nothing about it at the moment. So basically, I'm trying to reduce the point. So this is being actually intelligent. So if I can get cancer for eating vegetables and meat and fish, if I don't eat meat and fish, well, I will reduce my choices of cancer, my sources. So it's a less evil in my body. The less evil I have, the gooder and the better I will become, and the healthier I will be. So basically, being intelligent is making these choices, being able to think over these subjects, and mainly to choose. So when you choose, be certain that you have thought on the matter. You are not choosing just because someone said. You are choosing because you think it's the best way or the best solution. So when you think on the subjects, think them wisely. Research. Do your own research. Don't believe everything you hear. You can also get information from the others. But at the main time, you should think always for yourself. You shouldn't follow someone blindly, because if they are heading for the cliff, you will fall into the cliff because you're not thinking. If you see a cliff, you won't. So this is logic working. If you're not a logic person, you will just follow them blindly. If you are not a reasonable person, you will follow them blindly. If they are lying, and if you cannot see that they are lying, and you still want to follow them, you will follow them and you will fall to your death. So every choice in life you can make it, but before you make it you can think of it. Not every choice, but pretty much a lot of choices you have the time of the thoughts. If you have time to think well and choose wisely and in an intelligent way. So intelligence is very good when you actually use it. If you don't use it, we are just being dumb. You can be a wise guy, you can do things faster than the others, but in the end, you might have like a function in a work or a job. You can do things fast, but with not great quality, and you will be fired. The slower guy might stay there for 10 years because he's slower, but he's doing the stuff better with intelligence. So being fast doesn't mean you are intelligent. take your time, think. If you don't have time to think, just do it, okay? But when you have time, think, overthink, think together with persons, do brainstorms. It's very important to do brainstorms. Discuss, listen to the others, listen to yourself, and reach a conclusion. And when you have reached a good conclusion, use it, reuse it, and abuse it a bit. Not too much, but abuse it. So basically, use your intelligence to be better. So be wise and train your mind.